Today we're going to begin lesson 9.6, and 9.6 has to do with polygons. And polygons are basically just closed figures. So a closed plane. So we're going to put a definition on there real quick. So a polygon are a closed plane. And there's lots of different kinds of polygons. So for example, we have triangles, which are polygons that have three sides. We have quadrilaterals, and they're polygons with four sides. We have pentagons, and they are polygons with five sides. We have hexagons, and those are polygons with six sides. And we have octagons, and those are polygons with eight sides. Now there's lots of other ones, but we're going to stop there because those are kind of probably the most common ones that you're going to be using. There are also two different kinds of polygons. We have what's called a regular polygon, and then we have an irregular polygon. Now, by regular polygon, we mean that all the sides are the same. So, for example, a quadrilateral. A regular quadrilateral would be a quadrilateral with all four sides the same. So, the same length. So, irregular quadrilateral would be something like this. This is a quadrilateral. It has four sides, but the sides are all different, and so that would be an irregular quadrilateral. We could use a pentagon. Kind of make a drawing here of a pentagon with all the sides the same. I'm going to have to pretend here a little bit. So if all the sides are the same, that would be a regular pentagon. So again, this is five sides, this is four sides. A five-sided pentagon, we could do something like this, and this is a pentagon as well, but all the sides are different. So even though it does have five sides, it would be considered an irregular polygon. We're going to add to our notes diagonal. A diagonal is basically a line segment that connects two vertices or corners. So a line segment that connects two vertices. Vertices is plural for vertex or corner. Now all of these we have in your notes as well, but I want you to copy them down again so you can they're right in front of you. And you can refer back to your notes as well, but this way it's all right in front of you. An example of a diagonal is this. Let's say we have a pentagon, and let's draw a pentagon. And so a diagonal is when we draw a line segment that connects two vertices, not counting the outside edges. So this would be one diagonal and two diagonals. So even though this is a pentagon with five sides, we can form two diagonals. And it makes 1, 2, 3 triangles. And we're going to be using that information in our assignment today. So you should have a little bit of review. Different polygons are basically a closed plane. And there's different kinds of polygons. There are triangles, quadrilaterals, pentagons, hexagons, octagons. We have regular and irregular polygons. and then a diagonal are those line segments that connect the two vertices, and again, not counting the outside edges. All right, so let's begin our assignment. We're going to turn to page 451, and you're going to be doing 1 through 20, and then we're going to skip over, we'll do 1 through 20, and then we're going to go through number 24 through 24 and 25, and numbers 27 through 33 all. So, and this is all as well. Okay, so page 451, 1 through 20 all, 24 to 25 all, and 27 to 33 all. So let's begin. Number 1, we want to match the polygon with its correct classification, or in classification we mean its correct name. So the first one, we have to count up the sides. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 sides. Since it has 8 sides, we know that this is letter C, an octagon. And make sure you spell that correctly, so octagon. Number 2, make sure you skip a line just because it makes it a little bit easier to correct. So number 2 is a 6-sided figure. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sides. And that would be letter A. And letter G is a hexagon. Number 3, we have a 5-sided figure, and again, you can stop and pause this as you're working. And this is a 5-sided figure, which we call a pentagon, which is letter B. Number 4, we want to tell whether the figure is a regular polygon or not. So yes or no, is it a regular polygon? If you take a look at number 4, number 4 has 4 sides. It's a speed sign, which tells them the speed is 50 miles per hour, the maximum speed limit. But it's kind of shaped like a rectangle. So since it's shaped like a rectangle, all the sides are not the same. So the answer is no, it's not a regular polygon. Because for it to be a regular polygon, it has to have all 4 sides the same. Skip a line. Number 5, we take a look at our shape. This side has 8 sides. And if we take a look, the stop sign has, they are all equal. So all the sides of pentagon, again, another way to draw a pentagon is to draw 2 lines on top, 2 lines on the sides, and then kind of connect them. And this one's not perfect, the drawing is perfect, but the stop sign has all the same sides, so yes, this is a regular polygon. All the sides are the same, even though my drawing might not be. Number 6, we have a 4-sided figure, and it looks kind of like this, with the arrow up. And again, all these sides are the same length, so yes, that is a regular polygon. Number 7, we have an example of an error. We want to find the error. It says in the drawing that there are 7 diagonals, but we can see from the, if we have our shape, we can see from our drawing, if we count them, we actually have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 diagonals. So there are actually 5 diagonals, because we don't count any edges. And with those 5 diagonals, we notice we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 triangles. That makes 6 triangles. Even though it doesn't ask for that, we're going to write that down. So 5 diagonals and 6 triangles. Now down to number 8. We want to classify the polygon and tell whether it's regular or not. So classify, it means to name it. So number 8, we want to look at the sides of this shape, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 has 8 sides. And if we want to know if it's regular or irregular, are all the sides the same length or are they different lengths? And since they're different, we want to say that this is not regular. Number 9, we have a pentagon which has 5 sides, and we want to know, and we call it a pentagon. We're going to classify it. That's our classification. And is it regular or not regular? And all the sides are not the same, so it is not regular. Number 10, we have a 8-sided shape, or excuse me, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6-sided shape. So 6 sides. If it's 6 sides, we know that we're going to classify it and call it a hexagon. And this one, though, has all the sides the same length, so it is a regular polygon. Number 11, we have, it says, how many triangles are formed by the diagonals from one vertex of a rectangle? So we want to draw a rectangle, and we want to know how many triangles are formed if we draw the diagonals. And so we don't want to cross anything, but there is the diagonal. And so how many triangles does that form? It forms 2 triangles is equal to 2 triangles. Number 12, we want to do the same thing but use a regular octagon. Now we're going to go back to number 5 to do that, since that we had that picture already. So let's go back, otherwise you have to draw one for number 12. So either go back to number 5 or draw one for number 12. So if we take a look at our corners, this is a drawing of our regular octagon. So if we take and draw, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have 5 diagonals. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 triangles. And there's 6 triangles. And again, for this one, if you didn't draw the hexagon for number 5, then you need to draw that down on number 12. But it should already be there. So we're going to stop right there and pause for a moment, and you can keep on going on. Actually, we'll do one more along the edge here, number 13, and then we'll turn the paper over. We want to know, what's another name for a regular quadrilateral? If we draw a regular quadrilateral has 4 sides, and we want all 4 sides to be the same length. All 4 sides to be the same. By the way, that's all the same sides, same size, same angle. So this would, of course, be a square. So we're going to pause for a moment right there, and you can keep on going with the rest of the assignment, continuing on with number 14. And we'll stop right there.